It's your boy Pharaoh the God, always on the job. I got five, let's talk. As always, it's real talk, raw talk. And it's that time again to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another motherfucking friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. Them buttons ain't got no teeth. So go ahead and reach. Support the channel. Support your boy. And above all, support the movement. Yes, indeed. Like the Hitty podcast where we keep it litty like a thick baby on the thick baby on the thick bitch titty. I fucked up. But welcome to the podcast. You know, we keep it fair like California Bears, not California Raisins, because we don't do no hate. For a minute now, I've been speaking on a lot of things in the metaverse, and a lot of people might take them as adverse, you know, unappalling, appalled by what I said, disgruntled, and may even feel disdain by what I say. But what I say is nothing other than to try to wake people up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to put it in your face, showing you that you won't bump. Don't matter who it is. Everybody keep talking about Adam, myself included. But I've also been talking about something to make it perfectly clear about what's going on. And you know what's going on is motherfuckers trying to steal get paid off our culture in a big way. And motherfuckers just don't see it. Instead of motherfuckers tapping in, doing what they supposed to do as men. That's why I got a problem with so much of the gangbanging that's going on in the metaverse. This is not the streets. This ain't the streets, man. Nigga, the streets is where we at when you get off the metaverse. The metaverse is a fairy tale land. What's that one movie? Wonder in Wonder's Land or some shit. Fairy tale, Mary Poppins type shit. That's why I got a problem with the gangbangers, the so-called active gang members in the metaverse, man. Y'all not even realize how y'all could really get paid. You sitting up here lying, oh man, I ain't with that, I ain't with this, I ain't with that. And as soon as something petty happened to where you just supposed to overlook it as a man and address it, you don't. You lightweight crash out. So again, man, this is for entertainment. I mean, this is for knowledgeable purposes only, rethinking purposes. This ain't here to hate on nobody, step on nobody's toes, nothing of the sort, man. Nothing of the sort. So I don't want nobody to feel like I'm hating on nobody, you know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. I want our people to understand it's our culture, our content, and our fellow members that is being talked about, and yet everybody else is running off with the bag. Getting straight into the point, no jumper. Sodom 16. I've been speaking on niggas that say that they active gang members to form a super podcast, to form a conglomerate. Look what's going on. The reason why I say this is because I sat back and I watched how everything crumbled when everybody was trying to run the no jumper, C-Mac, all the beef started and all this shit and all this, and then everybody wanted to tell they beef, but then they wanted to sit up here and say, oh man, you know, I'm done with that. I don't act like that no more. So I sat back, I seen something that didn't nobody else see. It's our culture, our content, our people. And I remember ODM Slim back on Fig first going to get their podcast and doing their thing. Now we got an onslaught of niggas that claim that they active gang members, you know what I'm saying, drillers, whatever. But out of all these active gang members and these gang members that's on podcasts, content creators, whatever you want to call it, right? It's enough motherfuckers to get together and solidify a certain number of individuals, 4, maybe 5 individuals out the communities, and nigga go from there. Shit that go on in gangland, nigga, we talk about it. Nigga, and then the people that is, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers gotta understand too, that, you know what I'm saying, if you could come here and, you know what I'm saying, we gonna teach you how to be respectful first. Niggas that's in the hood going viral, come and sit down with us. Cause now you gotta start understanding, how do I refrain from agitating, disdaining anybody, or stepping on anybody's shoes when we search in the dictionary. Conversation rules the nation. So if we want the best for our people, we supposed to already have a conglomerate, a super podcast of all these niggas that's talking about they active gang members. Obviously, nigga, you ain't reached the point to see that you won. But guess what the white man do? This nigga Adam don't even know. And I'm giving y'all game right now today. I'm teaching niggas some game right now today. Real talk. If you sit back and you see what's going on, right? You sit back and you see all these motherfuckers, 4 extras coming through the door, being the more, you know what I'm saying, believable Crip Mac. You know, other people coming through the door, Young Ann Hefe coming through the door, Munchie begging for a seat at the table. You know what I'm saying? But niggas don't understand, like I say, man, if niggas would take that and form their own super podcast. And it just don't take niggas forming the podcast, it's gonna take niggas coming to the podcast. Not getting paid. You niggas say y'all doing y'all things, y'all got some things. Give these niggas $1,000, $500 to fall through. Now this nigga Gun be popping up saying, oh man, you know what I'm saying, the 6-0's been up here, the gangsters, the Bloods been up here, you know, the Hoovers ain't had no representation. Bingo, gringo. What's finna happen is a super podcast from the formulate. And then guess who's gonna have control of the narrative? Guess who's gonna have control of the situation? Not nobody black. No siree, Bob. Not at all. Not at all. You know, let's look at some of the things that's gonna be. This is a new runner-up for podcasting on No Jumper, right? But let's see his content.
Did an interview with Real Tune TV. It's crazy, man, because he said some crazy things. He also kind of spoke on the situation with Raymond Washington, saying the Hoovers is the most hated because they was blamed for the murder of Raymond, but at the same time, saying there's two scenarios as to why he was killed, which is crazy because y'all gonna hear what he said about the reasons why maybe the Hoovers might have killed Raymond Washington. Also, he goes in on the neighborhood Crips and T-Rail, exposing T-Rail as a fake Hoover, saying,
We gonna pause it right there. I gotta go light my blunt, man. Hey, y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Pharaoh the God. Always on the job. I got 5. Let's talk, and it's that time again to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. Them buttons ain't got no teeth, so go ahead and reach. Support the channel. Support your boy. And above all, man, support the movement. Yes, indeedy, fresh like the heat. But yeah, though, man, it's just crazy to me that some of these people, this is how they making they claim to fame. I understand the stories. We'll get into that, though. Let's run this content.
this dude is pretty much messing with dudes from the other side, choosing the neighborhood Crips, all because of a beef with Adam 22. So Adam 22 is pretty much siding with the neighborhood Crips behind his beef with T-Rail. But Gumby is saying, well, T-Rail isn't even a real Hoover, so it don't matter.
We keep it fair like a California bear. We ain't no California raisins, so we don't do no hate. I gotta give it to Adam. At one point in time, he was giving niggas from the Hoover side a shot. Treyway 6K, Jap 5. He was having them niggas on there to rebuttal Crip Mac, the beef. Even though it was more so beef orientated, he still had niggas from Hoover on that platform. You know what I mean? Now, in Munchie B case, he never really had no, updated Damus and Pyrus on his podcast. So, that's a different story. But for Gumby to sit up there and say that, Adam got a problem with Hoovers, even after that, even after T-Rail left no jumper, like I said, he had Treyway on that motherfucker. He had Jap 5 on that motherfucker. He might have sat down in the interview probably with Jap 5 or, whatever. I don't know which one it was. I can't recall. But, you know what I'm saying? He had Hoovers on there, though, bro.
How you feel about T-Rail. He's not even a real member, a Hoover. He goes in on the neighborhood Crips, kinda. Also, the dude that got shot with Nip.
But this is the thing. Nigga, this another thing that I always point out. See, gang members got this false senses, just because you got put on or you official or that you a killer from the set or you be beating up shit in the county for the set or you be punching on homies, robbing homies, whatever the narrative might be, you are not the only motherfucker that make up the game. You see how I just named all types of motherfuckers. I didn't even get to the busters. The niggas that get all the bitches. You feel me? The nigga that know where all the popping shit at, the claimers, the snitchings. Like, come on, it's a gang of motherfuckers that make up gang banging, homie. So to sit up here and say that T Real not even a real Hoover, nigga, he helped put the Hoovers on. He, nigga, probably is the reason, nigga, that got Treyway 6K up there and Jeff Fox. So let's talk about that. Niggas wanna say shit and don't really honor and don't see niggas burn bridges, bro. Niggas be and they don't even know they burning them. Like, so what? T Real probably ain't really from Hoover or whatever. Niggas respect him in that geographical location. Or niggas accept him in that geographical location. Better choice of words. So if a nigga T Real out on the streets and the nigga catch him, nigga, they know he from Hoover. They knock this nigga down. Now what? See, y'all niggas got a fake concept that these niggas is the only ones that run that make gangbanging. Nah, nigga, you niggas ain't the only ones, nigga. You the same nigga that let's just get into this content.
He also cousin Kerry. He exposes him as a booty bandit in prison, which is crazy, y'all.
If you were sexually
Well,
Booty bandit in prison, which is crazy.
I want to say this is the cousin Kerry, right? That was in Ironwood with me like 2000 to like 2002. Level 3 yard. I want to say B yard. RC yard. Then now this is before the 50/50s and all that S and Y shit. So this was homemade. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? This yard was a real yard, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Had my nigga Spike from A-Trey Gangsta up there. You feel me? Had my nigga Baby Crypto from Harlem up there. Don. I mean, not Don. Infant Den. I think it was Infant Den or Newborn. Then there was one of them that was up there. But Baby Crypto for sure that was up there. He ended up being my celly. Big U was up there. 4-inch from 40s was up there. Reese from 40s was up there. G-Dave from A-Trey Gangsters was up there. Who else was up there? Hog from Hoover was up there. Speedy from 99 Mafia was up there. It was a real good yard. Cousin Kerry happened to be on that yard as well. You feel me? Now, it was, I ain't gonna get into it, that's for another story. But I was Muslim, still like I am today, hang out with the members, smoke weed, do my salat, all that, right? Same thing, go to the mosque, right? Big U was one of the people, a nigga that was in my Arabic class, you know what I'm saying? Before Imam Mohab got there up out of West LA, he was from Bible Crib, schoolyard. But before he got up there, I was the Imam. He brought the song called Right. And what's crazy with that, he brought, the Sankor Right from Nigeria Muslim teachings over there by way of the general Tombstone out of the jungles. But all that's for another story. Cousin Kerry was on the yard, and it was like half and half with they court. They ran the neighbor court, and when I say they, I mean Big U and Cousin Kerry. You had niggas from neighborhood that fucked with Cousin Kerry, and you had niggas that fucked with Big U. And you know what I'm saying? It was always tension. I'm gonna just put it like that. It was always some type of tension. Nigga trying to outdo a nigga. Anyway, I was on the yard. I never heard that about the nigga. You know, I never seen him deal with no punks and all that. But I do, and you know, like I said, a nigga fucked with Big U, you know what I'm saying? I talked with Hannibal, you know what I'm saying? We been the lap. Uh, and even when they got into it, when he accused Cousin Kerry of snitching on him, they got into it, I think, over Monopoly or something in the day room. And I forgot which game it was. And this wasn't my building, though. I was like 2 buildings down on the same yard. But, you know, niggas go up in their building, shoot dice. Well, niggas used to come up in my building, shoot dice. You know, niggas go in each other's buildings. So we in there, I forget what we playing, Monopoly, Spades, something, I forget. And Cousin Kerry say something. And I forget who walking away. I think it was Cousin Kerry. And he said something to Big U like called him a bitch or a snitch. He said something real disrespectful, like, you know what I'm saying, to where Big U had to retaliate physically. He had to. It wasn't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. The nigga had to retaliate on the spot. So when he said what he said, nigga Big U walked up to him. I don't know if Big U, I forget, Big U was walking away or Cousin Kerry was walking away. If Big U was walking away, he stopped, turned back around, and walked up on Cousin Kerry and socked him. He socked him in the eye. Nigga hit him. Boom, bam. Dropped the nigga like he was out. You know what I'm saying? Nigga Big U was like on the nigga like he fell. Boom. Went night-night. You know how I go. You know what I'm saying? He ended up going to the infirmary and shit. Word came back. His whole eye socket was crushed. You know, the bone around your eye, the top part of your cheekbone, and the bone right part of your eye, right above your eye, all that was crushed in. Big U had socked the nigga so hard, he crushed this shit. You feel me? And Cousin Kerry, you can see from the picture, the nigga a big nigga. You feel me? He a big nigga. But, yeah, I think this is him, though, man. I want to believe this is him. That's him. And it's alleged that, you know, Cousin Kerry called his wife and was like, maybe been his girl, but I think it was his wife. Called his wife and told her what happened. And niggas was saying because he told her what happened, he snitched because she in return called up there and told on Big U and said Big U socked her husband, did X, Y, and third to him. They came and got Big U off the yard. You feel me? I want to say Big U came back to the yard. I do believe Big U came back to the yard. I want to say he did. I want to say he was there when I left. I don't remember. But I don't remember him being there when I paroled, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember him being there when I paroled. Well, when I went back to YA. So, even when we had heard that Cousin Kerry allegedly had snitched, we didn't hear no, you know, all the nigga was in the cell with a punk, all the nigga was fucking with this punk, or, you know, I ain't never heard that. So, like I say, man, we keep it fair like a California bear. We ain't no California raisins. We don't do no hate. That's to my knowledge. But I wasn't a part of the neighborhood court. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't my faction. I didn't boogie with them. You know, now, did I talk to them? Did I, you know, interact with the niggas? Hell yeah, you know, I'm me, nigga. And if you know me, you know what I'm saying? You know those who I interact and you know those who I don't interact with. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, even this right here is content that, you know what I'm saying, niggas from gangs need to be putting out there. God damn, fucking that. This motherfucker. Damn. What's on this porch that got this motherfucker flying around like that? I just cleaned this porch, washed the whole porch off. There's one gnat flying, just one too, just and the nigga keep flying like right by my eyes and shit. Like I could see like if you flying by a nigga mouth or a nigga hair or something, but nigga you flying at my eyes like nigga you might be nigga genetically made, mechanically engineered type shit. Might be trying to put a nigga eyes out or something. Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like nigga. But even this content right here is for, you know, us, man. You know, even if you exposing a nigga and all that, man, you know what I'm saying? Stop going to these other podcasts. That's why I say, niggas talking about, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm a member, I'm this, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, if you really won, and that's why I say, these niggas don't know if they won or not. These niggas still fighting to try to be that dude. They still trying to put up that persona. Oh, this nigga said this about me. And man, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what that nigga think about me, man. Who is that nigga? And even if he in my family and that nigga said some foul shit about me, nigga, fuck him too. Straight up, nigga. Niggas gotta understand that, you know, a lot of the shit that these niggas be doing, niggas be on the internet talking about that oh, I'm an active member, but then get on here and do some straight peon shit. Some straight Zark shit. But niggas need to form a super podcast like I've been saying. Look at all these motherfuckers no jumpers got on there. Nigga, now if all y'all niggas with the same type of platform, talk basically about the same type of shit, all y'all followers coming to each other because they all watching y'all anyway, man. Y'all gonna get money out of all y'all followers coming instead of bringing more followers to another podcast that's scared to give y'all some money. And he only bringing y'all up there because every one of y'all that's up there sitting in the chair, they been put in the trick bag with Adam 22. But y'all gonna sit up there and say, oh, I don't see it, man. I don't know how he put me in the trick bag. It was content, it was bound to come up. But why everything that's bound to come up is harmful to a nigga life? Detrimental. If niggas do not form a conglomerate and a super podcast out the streets, that nigga Adam gonna do it. Adam gonna do it. He got no problem with letting you 4 or 5 niggas sit up there and crash out on each other. Y'all gonna go to jail, not him. Nigga, y'all gonna go to jail, not him. So you gotta ask yourself, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is really going on? Let's take a small music break, man, real quick though, man, and well, like this Bleezy. Fuck is that song got?
Beat the block down.
I don't even know where the song got on my mama's Broadway. That's damn. I think that's good.
Pull up beating like a gorilla on a midget. Nigga must have forgot. When I seen him, I got bright on him. Like the Metro, hop right on him. Nigga went to sleep and woke up brand new on me. No caption, it's facts. I immediately cut ties on him. Kept it 100 times 7. All the time with him. Blowing fall out loud out the sunroof. Riding with him. It's 7 a.m. I'm on wiring blocks. Damn near 40. Still run a nigga down and put the mop on. Always put myself in position of where the money at. Type of nigga slide you a bag. Never ask for a bag. Boy, I hang with troopers. Killers, gorilla, the square. Hold back a piranha.
flying tighter the bear. Niggas start passing, not noticing how you looking at me. Same team, nigga, if I'm winning, you supposed to be happy. Been broke more than 7 times, how my ass brand new. Kept a big tree trunk, knock a nigga lung loose. Something in the water, cause they breeding troopers. Steppers, breaking bread, set the wine, hallelujah. Breaking bread, set the wine, hallelujah. Breaking bread, set the wine, hallelujah. Press play, that sound like that Snoop Dogg. Eastside is 10 D, Crenshaw. Sliding, GD, Lil B, D, S.O. Germán from Ethiopia, G-Ball, JoJo. By myself, nigga, it's all or nada. If them niggas talking money, then let's cha-cha. Roll around in that hog pen with that yaya. Damn near rich out of town off that Wawa. Get on.
Cardi said so and jumped all over.
Talk too much and my loaf gon' draw down and get on. Pull up beating like a
when people break out in a sudden panic.
You wouldn't trust me. If I ain't had these chains on, you wouldn't fuck with me. They say I'm introverted, I don't fuck with nobody. If you like it, I love it, I feel more comfortable around me. Not too big, but them hollows that chase me. I don't fuck bitch, I'm big and I'm brown. Yeah, we both in the same party, but I don't sit down. Chatty patty about other niggas ain't my get down. I'd rather pop pills and talk to my conscience. Buy guns to make me think I'm playing condoms. Put a beat on them bitches. Pull up, bounce out. Gravy, blue cheese and spinach. Who makes the whoop with the whoopies and killers? Makes the whoop with the whoopies and killers. Stupid face, I'm endo. Send the bread and P.O. box, I'm sending. There go 22 numbers, track the package, then subtract mine. Don't use that phone, call the other one, I stay online. Just like that, feel me drunk off Magno. Around old niggas saying if I had drugs, I'd cut mine off. Mine, I'm sitting back for the big show, I ain't gon' lie. Probably go broke and bounce back like 8 more times. I never took that bitch, can't say you helped me get mine. The parachute and the backup, I cut both lines. But square me spreads on the streets, you know he did time.
Mac Ling and Benny Hunters that caught a hate crime. Bitch, the type that lead stories, sauce teriyaki with the strength from. Stick in the burger, bitch, I'm on the belly flop, something even when we courtside. In the description, devil wear part now, I'm leaving instant pictures in my archives. Nigga, this ain't no ride check, why you think the bitch still wearing Saint Laurent? Nigga, these chinchillas and straight legs come with a Tech 9. Nigga, pop, 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 pop. Like, what you do for a living? Pop, 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 pop. Nigga, you ain't even got to ask me. Pop, 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 pop. Bitch, pop, 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 pop.
Hey, Rosa, hey. Pop, 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 pop. Nigga, you don't know the feeling when you get that soul pop. I'm a real hood star. My bitch is top notch. Hit a nigga with a top. We cannot kickbox. If the bitch ain't tryna get no dough, then kick rocks. Pop him up, make him hit a dance. Move like TikTok. I'm like Kobe in the clutch. Call me Mr. Big Shot. Let a nigga play with gangs, so that's gon' get shot. We don't do no talking. White chocolate, free Rozzy. The only time you ever see me run is from the Johnny. KJ for the tank, bet he got it on my mama. Got shooters in the cut, gon' blow something like Osama. Hey, yer. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Pharaoh the God. Always on the job, man. That was my boy Babu out of Compton, the first two songs. Mr. Lotto 1000. Babu-ish. You can find him High Society, Fly Society TV on YouTube. Yeah, that's my boy out of Compton. The other one, that's Rozzy Bugatti of the Stink Team. That last one, that's Rozzy Bugatti of the Stink Team. That's Rozzy Bugatti of the Stink Team. Featuring OTM Duffy, Blue Peso, and Zoe Osama. Yeah, make sure y'all go check them hits out, man. Y'all can find that Bop 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 on Rozzy Bugatti YouTube channel. That's RASSYBUGATTI. Rozzy Bugatti, and the name of that song is called Bop Bop Bop. He also got a challenge too, like, going on. The best Bop 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 challenge get $300. It could be a rap or a dance, but the best one, if it's a rap, it don't matter. Y'all get an OTM feature. And some other shit I forgot. But back to this content though, cause it's that time again to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another motherfucking friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. Them buttons ain't got no teeth. So go ahead and reach. Support the channel. Support your boy. And above all, man, support the movement.
Y'all.
That's what I told you. Wait, go represent Uber and not represent on news. Not represent. They talking about Adam 12. That's what I'm saying. This is the reason why I was telling you that. And I explained question. And you did. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. It's other people in this mother get be heard too, bro. So okay, what I'm telling you is this. What I say. Give me that cup over there. I say go. No, give me that cup. Adam 12. This is not the turn right now. Go ahead, do it now. I'm saying, you spoke on Adam 12, bro, right? So you sent your piece already. You know the book. This is Adam 12. Go ahead. But you need the whole.
But that's it with that though, man. You feel me? Niggas. Niggas gotta, learn how to capitalize off this shit, man. Niggas live in a capitalistic society, right? So, you gotta capitalize. What that means is capitalize off another nigga downfall. If a nigga like peanut butter and jelly too much, and he around you, you keep that supply. If a nigga like crack and he around you, you keep that supply. It's about supply and demand. That's what a capitalistic society is all about. It's all about taking advantage of the needs or wants of the next man. So if we know that's gonna go down, we know that's gonna happen, and we trying to set a better standard, why don't we be the ones capitalize off of it and put out a better message than what's being left on the table? Instead of motherfuckers being left on the table to think about or to guess or to ill perceive how we live in these streets or lived in these streets, man, we always doing ourselves an injustice. We always gonna allow them to paint the picture of us. Cause just like with Munchie B, prop gun or not, why was that footage not edited out? Why was that footage left in there? If it was prop gun or not. Niggas is selling their souls and they don't even know they selling their soul. Niggas don't even know. What does a prop gun have to do with being on no jumper? Stop letting this nigga abuse the culture, abuse y'all, anything. Stop letting the nigga do it. Form a super podcast, a conglomerate. Form something to where niggas could really come up there, bro, and get a chance to tell their story or not. But stop giving it to these motherfuckers. Now going into
Same old phone?
going
Nah.
into the other part of the podcast, you know what I'm saying? We talking about Tory Lanez.
New video.
Shout out to Dubs. If y'all don't follow Dubs, man, on YouTube, gotta follow his channel. We got some good content over there, man. I won't necessarily say I agree with all his content, but you know what I'm saying? He got a good channel, you know what I mean? Even if I don't agree with it, that's one thing about me, man. Even if I don't agree with a motherfucker, you know, that don't mean I gotta disrespect you. I'm man enough to be like, hey, I don't agree with this man, but it's understandable. In order to see the reason why I don't rock with him or I don't agree with him, you have to go find out for yourself and see what kind of content it is. I can't just sit up here, especially when somebody has a channel that's built. That's different from me talking about somebody like, you know, Gumby, Young and Hefe, these type of people. He has a channel that's built, and he has a certain type of content that he puts down. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dubs. You know, show them a subscribe. Let him know I sent y'all over there, though, man. Let's run this content.
Yesterday's when I saw it. I'm not sure what day it came out. Maybe on Friday. TMZ talked with Sonny Casio. For those of you that need a reminder, Sonny Casio is the protective.
Now remember this name, Sonny Casio. Remember this name because we're gonna go and find out what he's really in jail for. We're gonna pull that up. So remember that name.
Custody inmate that stabbed protective custody inmate Tory Lanez, the rapper / R&B singer. When it first came out that Tory Lanez was stabbed, there were a handful of content creators that came out, and a lot of people in the comment sections, the Mexicans have to pay and it's gonna go down, and you know, there was a lot of platforms that were very irresponsible in the way that they put the story out.
Now I'm gonna stop it right there. This is one of the reasons I don't agree with him, but I understand you can't just come out. A lot of people don't just come out and badmouth they people or their organization or keep it fair. That's why I said on this channel, we California Bears, not California Raisins. Dubs, man, you a California Raisin. Because if a black inmate attacks a Southsider, whether he's PC or not, in the manner that Tory Lanez was attacked in, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue on general population yard. Why? Because he's Mexican. And they gotta stand up for their people. The fuck that he a rat or they didn't do it to him. So we'll take care of our own. That's how it goes in prison. But y'all didn't take care of this nigga. But if somebody attacks a Southsider inmate, there will be retribution. Now he's saying, oh, a lot of people were being careless and, you know, all this and all that because they was calling for him to be attacked. That is prison politics, my boy. You know that, Dubs. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the bullshit. That is prison politics, my boy.
Jump, I said, everything about this sounds like a PC yard. In no way, no how, no shape, no form did any of it make any sense or sound anything like a California Department of Corrections general population active yard. Since then, more stuff has come out. Myself and other content creators expose the fact that Sonny Casio is a weirdo. He was 20 years old when he shot and killed his 13-year-old girlfriend.
Let's stop it right there. And I'm glad he put it out there. He's a weirdo and all this and all that. Now we don't even have to go into who he is. We know who he is. He's a pedophile. He's a person that likes to have sex with children.
Yeah, let that sink in. So now, surprisingly to me, you know, I've been out of prison for 8 years. And in those 8 years, a lot of things have obviously changed. When I was in prison, you stabbed somebody, you got minimum 15 months to sit down and do in the shoe. That's gonna be your shoe term, right? If it's not your first offense, you got minimum 24 months to sit in the hole. You ain't gonna get no phone calls at all. Here we are, what, a month later, month and a half later? I don't even know. And Sonny Casio is on the phone with TMZ singing like a bird. According to Sonny Casio, him and Tory Lanez were neighbors for 2 years. They were friends. They were eating together. They were drinking together. They were partying together. Again, very obvious signs of what type of yard that was, right? So they were doing all these things together. Somewhere along the way, there was a misunderstanding. There was some miscommunication between the rapper and the weirdo, okay? And Tory Lanez, according to this dude, Sonny Casio, Tory Lanez believed for some reason that his weirdo friend had put a price on his head that if somebody would remove Tory Lanez from the yard through violence, that he would be willing to pay that, right? And Tory Lanez said he put it out there on the yard. Whatever he's offering for me, I'm gonna double it for him. Now, when I tell you this is the weirdest shit I ever heard in my life, two dudes, supposed men, living side by side, trying to pay other dudes to handle business.
But the only person that we hearing it from is the attacker. The attacker is the one that's saying, oh, Tory Lanez put money on me, I'm going to double it for somebody to do something to him. That don't even sound believable. That don't sound no believable, man. Come on, man. This dude is in there for shooting a 13-year-old girl, molesting a 13-year-old girl, and then shooting her in the face and leaving her dead in a motel room. Where are you gonna get any type of money to double what Tory Lanez put on you? Where are you gonna get that type of money from? Let's start there. He's in jail for child molestation, murder. You've been in there for a long time. Where are you going to get the money from to put money on Tory Lanez's head? You, nigga, they don't pay you enough in prison to do no shit like that. What, you think you selling enough drugs? The story does not add up. It just don't add up. You telling me that this weirdo went to the yard and told somebody who, whatever Tory Lanez got on me, I double it. I don't believe it. Let's run this content.
He's your neighbor. You can get him at any time. Either one of you. Sonny Castro said on TMZ, for the authorities and everybody else, I'm sure he told the cops the same thing he's telling TMZ. He said Tory Lanez offered money and drugs for whoever would whack Sonny.
Now, I'm going to keep it fair, like a California bear. I mean, shit, that's possible as well. I mean, nigga, you my neighbor. I probably ain't found out what you in here for. Boom, nigga, you using my phone. You feel me? I end up finding out your girl called on the phone. Boom, I end up finding out what you in there for. I tell her stop calling the phone. She keep calling the phone, all that. You know what I'm saying? He tell him, look, man, tell your girl stop calling the phone. I'm not gonna give you the phone. You feel me? You a pedophile. You in for killing your 13-year-old girlfriend. I ain't fucking with you. And nigga, you know, yeah, possibly, it's plausible. Nigga, I know if I had some money and I was in jail and we was on the PC yard and there was a nigga that wasn't going home and he was willing to stab a nigga, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that nigga to stab that nigga too. I'm gonna get that nigga to stab Sonny Casio too. Why? Oh, it ain't your business? Nah, but that's a child. He gotta be taught a lesson. You feel me? He has to be taught a lesson. So maybe this is a hit gone wrong. And that's for another story. Catch up with us later on, y'all, man. For Tory Lanez, a hit gone wrong.